AI and biometrics. They're important for privacy, right? And how well do they actually go with privacy? Let's talk about that in this video, where we are going to also see their alignment with the Indian DPDP Act. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where you daily see new content on data privacy. And as I said, let's touch base upon and see how interrelated are AI and biometrics, also with respect to the DPDP Act. So, what is the challenge with AI? The challenge with AI is that AI is based on inferred data. You create a programming logic, you give it a lot of information, it processes that information and starts understanding, learning from that information, and gives you some inference of its own based on your programming, but yes, a lot of its own learning as well. It does profiling of your information and take a decision automatically without any manual intervention. Right? No one is required to go back again and click at some button or put in some decision making again. Whereas privacy is totally dependent on, completely focuses on explicit consent of the data principal. So there's a big difference. AI, which is totally relying on its own inferences, and privacy, which is totally relying on consent of the individual. DPDP Act laying focus on the explicit consent from the data principals. Now we come to biometrics. Biometrics is rather simpler because it does not decide anything on its own, but it's one of the key personal data of an individual. It's a sensitive personal information. That's one way of looking at it, because by definition, if losing biometrics or by losing a personal information, if there is a harm, then that personal information is called sensitive personal information, and that's what we talk about when we talk about biometrics. Your fingerprints, thumb impression, voice samples, your face expressions, your iris retina, all these kind of personal information are captured through some or the other biometric device, primarily used for security purposes. Right? Whether it's for authentication, login, door opening of your data center, or your attendance marking, but primarily for security. So it's a very important personal information. The biggest challenge is you can't get it changed. You may lose your password, you can replace it. You receive an OTP and you don't use it on time, you get another one. You lose your credit card and you get another one, but you can't go back and say, I'll get my iris retina changed. Right? Not everyone can do that. Maybe some people can get plastic surgery done and their face changed. But then that could be a way how your biometric might get misused. You left your face expression at an unreliable place, and if it is really critical, someone invests in getting masks created and impacts your logins, right? They enter into and log in into the system. DPDP Act currently does not talk too much about the biometrics as well. It's not talking about the reuse and the kind of storage policies that should be adopted for biometrics. So what is it that the Act is still missing? And I'm sure once the basic Act is up, the ministry would be working at the background right now also, but they'll add up all these missing things. And there has to be a continuous upgrade in things. Right now, there's no AI specific discussion in the Act. There's no accountability for bias and for automated decision making. Right? So it's open. AI is an open subject for privacy. So same is with the biometric. In terms of retention, in terms of usage of biometrics, there is no specific guidelines provided. So we need to wait for that, right? Storage, retention, not yet clear. We'll need to wait for it. What the businesses must do right now. First step, of course, the basic compliance of privacy, where there's no AI and biometric, at least those areas should get done. For these also, they should use the similar data management practices. CIA triad for biometrics also, why not? Privacy enhancement techniques, biometrics be stored encrypted. If they need to be transported, they should be covered through and protected through anonymization, right? Perform data protection impact assessment to be sure that what level of protections you need and what are the things that should be added into your system. Take all data equally critical. Even if there is no regulation for biometric and AI right now, at least treat them with the guidelines that are available for managing data, whether it's collecting, storing, or third party sharing or transfer of data, and even deletion of it. So don't wait for regulators. Be careful about biometrics and AI as well, and at least start adopting the basic practices for the data generated out of biometrics as well as from artificial intelligence. So that's about the AI and biometric with respect to DPDP Act. I hope you like the content of the video. Please press the bell and the like icon. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.